Welcome to Relaxing Science. Take a moment to get comfortable and allow your body to slowly relax as your breathing becomes calm and steady. Tonight, we gently explore something that is always with you, something incredibly complex and yet completely silent: the human brain. Your brain is made up of around 86 billion neurons, tiny cells that constantly communicate with each other, sending signals, forming connections, and shaping everything you experience. But what's interesting is that you never feel this activity directly. It all happens quietly, in the background, like a soft, continuous process that never truly stops. Even now, as you listen, your brain is processing each word, understanding meaning, and creating a calm flow of thought without any effort from you. Although the brain is not very large and makes up only a small percentage of your body weight, it uses a surprisingly large amount of energy, around 20%. This constant use of energy is what allows it to stay active, to think, to remember, and to keep everything in balance. And yet, despite all this activity, the brain also knows how to slow down. As you begin to relax, your brain gradually shifts into a calmer state. Brain waves begin to change, moving from fast and alert patterns into slower, more gentle rhythms. This transition happens naturally, especially when you are preparing to rest. Your thoughts may begin to feel softer, less structured, drifting from one idea to another without needing to focus. This is your brain letting go of active thinking and moving toward a quieter state. Memories, for example, are not stored in one single place. Instead, they are spread across different areas of the brain, connected through patterns of activity. Each time you remember something, your brain gently recreates that memory, like a quiet reconstruction, rather than simply playing it back. And as you relax, these memory processes also slow down, becoming less active, allowing your mind to feel lighter. Your brain is also responsible for your sense of time, but interestingly, time can feel different depending on your state. When you are calm and relaxed, time often feels slower, softer, almost as if it stretches gently. And right now, you may begin to notice that feeling. Moments passing quietly, without urgency, without pressure. The brain communicates using tiny electrical signals, moving between neurons at remarkable speeds. But despite how fast these signals travel, the overall experience of your mind can feel slow and peaceful. This contrast between constant activity and gentle awareness is what makes the brain so unique. Even during rest, your brain continues to work, organizing information, processing experiences, and restoring itself. It is never truly inactive, only shifting between different states. And as this quiet process continues, there is still much more to gently explore. More subtle details, more fascinating patterns, all unfolding slowly and naturally as we continue. Even as you sit quietly, your brain continues to process subtle sensations, temperature, sounds, the rhythm of your breathing. All these signals are filtered, prioritized, and integrated without any effort from you. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning and decision-making, is also gently active, analyzing past experiences, predicting outcomes, even as you relax. Deep inside, the amygdala quietly monitors emotions, detecting anything unusual. But now, as you are calm, it too begins to settle. Your brain's default mode network, the area active during rest, engages, allowing thoughts to wander naturally. Forming connections between memories, ideas, and imagination. Blood flow shifts, delivering oxygen and nutrients, supporting the brain's activity, maintaining balance, even as your muscles relax. Neurons communicate with tiny electrical pulses, while neurotransmitters carry chemical messages, orchestrating thought, emotion, and calm. Every small action of your senses, every faint sound or subtle shift in your environment is processed gently, silently. Even the circadian rhythm, the internal clock, influences your brain, signaling readiness for rest, affecting alertness, body temperature, and hormone levels. And as these systems continue their quiet work, your mind drifts slowly, thoughts becoming softer, less structured, yet alive with subtle activity. The intricate folds of your cortex allow for incredible surface area, making room for complex thought, perception, and memory. Your brain also generates patterns of waves, alpha, beta, theta, each with its own rhythm, guiding states of awareness, relaxation, and focus. Even simple things like listening to this voice activate multiple regions, processing sound, language, and comprehension seamlessly without effort. And now, as your body remains calm, your brain continues its gentle symphony, quietly adjusting, balancing, preparing for the deeper states ahead. Even as you sit quietly, your brain continues to process subtle sensations, temperature, sounds, the rhythm of your breathing. All these signals are filtered, prioritized, and integrated without any effort from you. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning and decision-making, is also gently active, analyzing past experiences, predicting outcomes, even as you relax. Deep inside, the amygdala quietly monitors emotions, detecting anything unusual. But now, as you are calm, it too begins to settle. Your brain's default mode network, the area active during rest, engages, allowing thoughts to wander naturally, forming connections between memories, ideas, and imagination. Blood flow shifts, delivering oxygen and nutrients, supporting the brain's activity, maintaining balance, even as your muscles relax. Neurons communicate with tiny electrical pulses, while neurotransmitters carry chemical messages, orchestrating thought, emotion, and calm. Every small action of your senses, every faint sound or subtle shift in your environment is processed gently, silently. Even the circadian rhythm, the internal clock, influences your brain, signaling readiness for rest, affecting alertness, body temperature, and hormone levels. And as these systems continue their quiet work, your mind drifts slowly, thoughts becoming softer, less structured, yet alive with subtle activity. The intricate folds of your cortex allow for incredible surface area, making room for complex thought, perception, and memory. Your brain also generates patterns of waves, alpha, beta, theta, each with its own rhythm, guiding states of awareness, relaxation, and focus. Even simple things like listening to this voice activate multiple regions, processing sound, language, and comprehension seamlessly, without effort. And now, as your body remains calm, your brain continues its gentle symphony, quietly adjusting, balancing, preparing for the deeper states ahead. Your hippocampus, deep within the brain, continues to sort through memories, linking past experiences with current thoughts, creating subtle patterns that shape who you are. Meanwhile, the cerebellum, tucked at the back, manages coordination, fine movements, and balance, all without conscious effort. Even the smallest adjustment in posture is silently guided. As you relax further, the brainstem, controlling heartbeat, breathing, and digestion, maintains life effortlessly, a constant rhythm, steady and reliable. Neurons continue to fire in intricate patterns, forming circuits that support learning, memory, and emotion. Each pulse a tiny signal, a whisper of activity that you never consciously notice. The thalamus, acting as a relay, filters sensory information, allowing only certain signals to reach your conscious awareness. Others fade, unnoticed, gently shaping what you experience. Your senses remain subtly active. Even the faintest sound, a soft breeze, the temperature of the room, all processed by your brain, creating a calm understanding of your environment. Neurotransmitters, chemical messengers like dopamine and serotonin, circulate quietly, influencing mood, relaxation, focus, even the sense of calm. The brain's natural rhythms, from the fast beta waves to slower alpha and theta waves, guide your mental state, gently slowing as rest approaches. As you breathe slowly, the parasympathetic nervous system, part of the brain's control, promotes relaxation, lowering heart rate, easing tension, allowing the mind to drift. Even the subtle act of listening activates multiple brain regions, processing sound, language, and comprehension simultaneously, without effort. The visual cortex, though not actively engaged right now, remains alert, ready to interpret shapes, light, and movement should any appear. The limbic system quietly balances emotion, processing memories and reactions, allowing calm and curiosity to coexist. Your brain's plasticity, the ability to adapt and rewire itself, continues at every moment. Even during quiet relaxation, making new connections, strengthening old ones. The corpus callosum, the bridge between hemispheres, allows constant communication, sharing information across the brain, coordinating thoughts, memory, and perception. Even minor sensory inputs, a distant sound, the subtle pressure of your body on the chair, trigger small neural responses, maintaining awareness but without disrupting calm. The brain's metabolic processes, oxygen and glucose delivery, energy production, continue seamlessly, supporting every thought, every memory, every sensation. Even the smallest movements of the eyes, called microsaccades, are managed without thought, preserving visual stability while your mind rests. The pineal gland, sensitive to light, begins regulating melatonin, signaling the body that rest is appropriate, influencing sleep cycles, gently preparing your mind for slower rhythms. As neurons fire and fade, as chemicals circulate, your mind becomes lighter, more fluid, gently drifting through awareness. Even the subconscious, a vast realm of automatic processes, continues its work, processing experiences, reinforcing patterns, managing the body's internal balance. As your brain continues this intricate work, your thoughts may wander naturally, images may appear, fleeting memories, soft reflections, all passing like clouds. The auditory cortex, decoding these words, allows comprehension while simultaneously maintaining calm. Each word integrates without effort. The prefrontal cortex, still active, subtly reflects on concepts, comparisons, ideas, but in a gentle, unhurried way. The motor cortex, even if not engaged, remains ready, quietly monitoring potential movement, posture, minor adjustments. Your brain's rhythm, the pulse of electrical signals, continues uninterrupted, maintaining coherence, harmony, balance. And as the mind drifts, alpha and theta waves dominate, gently guiding thought, relaxation, and subtle imagination. Even minor hormonal fluctuations, cortisol, adrenaline, melatonin, are regulated, contributing to a calm, balanced state. The basal ganglia, deep structures, manage routines, patterns of behavior, even habits, all operating quietly in the background. Your brain's network, millions of connections, hundreds of trillions of synapses, continues to function seamlessly. Even your internal sense of body position, proprioception, is maintained, allowing you to sit comfortably without conscious effort. Every part of the brain, from the tiniest neuron to the largest lobe, continues its silent, coordinated work, supporting thought, memory, emotion, and calm. Even while you are listening, even as you relax, the brain remains dynamic, endlessly processing, adapting, balancing. And as the quiet flow of signals continues, as chemical messengers move, as rhythms synchronize, your mind remains alert yet calm, poised for deeper rest. The brainstem monitors vital functions, heartbeat, breathing, digestion, each managed effortlessly, silently. The thalamus continues to filter incoming stimuli, allowing only what is necessary to reach consciousness. Your mind drifts, thoughts softening, connections firing more gently, the flow slowing, yet patterns remain active, supporting awareness. The cerebellum adjusts posture, manages micro-movements, all without conscious thought. The hippocampus gently integrates memory, linking experiences, shaping understanding, even during moments of quiet relaxation. The amygdala maintains emotional balance, detecting subtle shifts, signaling calm or curiosity without alarm. Neuroplasticity continues, new connections form, old connections strengthen, supporting learning, adaptation, and memory. The corpus callosum facilitates smooth communication between hemispheres, ensuring coordination, harmony, balance. Your senses remain softly engaged. Every slight stimulus is processed, integrated, contributing to calm awareness. Even as neurons continue to fire, fade, and fire again, your mind feels fluid, relaxed, gently aware. Patterns of brainwaves guide your state, slowing as relaxation deepens. Alpha, theta, gentle rhythms, guiding the mind. Even the subconscious processes, vast networks of automatic functions, continue, ensuring balance, stability, calm. Blood flow delivers oxygen, glucose, nutrients, supporting ongoing neural activity effortlessly. silently. And as your brain continues its intricate work, your thoughts flow naturally, gently, like a slow, quiet current. Every small signal, every pulse, every chemical interaction contributes to a harmonious, balanced, and calm mind. The auditory cortex processes sound, language, comprehension seamlessly as you remain relaxed. The prefrontal cortex reflects softly, allowing ideas and patterns to form without urgency. The motor cortex monitors posture, micro movements, all without conscious effort. Your brain remains dynamic, alive, yet calm, poised, attentive, yet relaxed. Even the faintest sensory input, distant sounds, subtle movements, temperature changes, are processed, integrated, without disrupting calm. And so, your mind continues to drift, gently aware, softly observing the quiet symphony of your brain at work. Even as your mind drifts, the neurons in your brain continue their subtle work, sending tiny electrical impulses, forming patterns that underlie every thought, every perception, every memory. The hippocampus remains quietly active, linking recent experiences with older memories, forming connections that shape understanding and guide intuition, even when you are not consciously thinking. Deep within the brain, the amygdala gently monitors emotions, alerting you only to what is necessary, but mostly allowing calm and relaxation to take precedence. Your prefrontal cortex, the center for reasoning and planning, engages softly, making connections, integrating ideas, without pressure or urgency. The thalamus continues its role as a relay station, filtering sensory information, deciding what reaches consciousness, while allowing the rest to fade into the background. Even the cerebellum, tucked at the back of the brain, quietly regulates coordination, posture, micro movements, adjusting your body with effortless precision. Neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA circulate, gently influencing mood, relaxation, and focus, creating a subtle sense of well-being. Blood flow shifts to meet the needs of active brain regions, oxygen and nutrients delivered silently, maintaining a balance between activity and calm. The brain's rhythms slow gradually. Alpha waves increase, signaling relaxed wakefulness, while theta waves emerge, guiding moments of deep introspection. Even as you listen, subtle neural networks are engaged, processing language, meaning, and the tone of each word, seamlessly integrating comprehension with calm awareness. Your sensory systems continue their quiet vigilance. Sounds, light, touch, all gently processed, integrated, contributing to a steady, calm awareness of your environment. The brainstem maintains vital functions, heartbeat, breathing, digestion, all without conscious thought, each rhythm steady and reliable. The basal ganglia support routine processes, managing habits and learned behaviors, allowing your conscious mind to rest, while your body maintains balance. Your corpus callosum facilitates communication between hemispheres, ensuring smooth coordination of thought, memory, and perception. Even subtle internal senses, like proprioception, the awareness of body position, remain precise, guiding posture, maintaining stability effortlessly. The limbic system continues to balance emotion, integrating past experiences with present context, creating a subtle harmony of thought and feeling. Neuroplasticity allows your brain to adapt, forming new connections, strengthening existing pathways, quietly refining learning, even in this state of calm. Your subconscious mind remains active, managing automatic functions, filtering information, orchestrating responses, maintaining equilibrium. As you breathe slowly, the parasympathetic nervous system promotes relaxation, reducing heart rate, lowering blood pressure, calming muscles, and guiding your mind toward a gentle state of awareness. Even the visual cortex, although not actively engaged, remains ready, prepared to interpret shapes, light, and movement should any appear. Your brain is a network of endless connections, trillions of synapses, each firing, fading, and firing again, creating a dynamic, fluid system, continuously adapting. The amygdala and hippocampus continue their quiet collaboration, balancing emotional response with memory formation, reinforcing calm and curiosity simultaneously. Cortical neurons engage in subtle patterns, processing ideas, making connections, linking past knowledge with present awareness, all while maintaining a gentle rhythm. The thalamus filters every input, allowing essential information to reach consciousness, while background noise fades, creating a sense of clarity and focus. The cerebellum fine-tunes coordination. Micro-adjustments occur without conscious effort, maintaining balance, subtle movement, comfort,